Okay, I haven't been out here in, what, 4 days. I haven't even stepped a foot outside the house because, yeah, it's like this. It's not good. But I thought I'd come out here and maybe throw some chargers on. I got tennis shoes. I really need some boots. Maybe I'll get some boots on and try to clean some of this up. But I mean, this is all ice. So yeah, I mean, this is a good time to see if anybody's walking in the yard, because yeah, you'll know. But I want to get out here and start this truck up. Man, it's bad. Yeah, living in Tennessee, man, we don't really get this. We maybe get this once a year, and then it is what it is. So you can see, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's pretty. Now, what's been walking around this boat? Probably animals. See what I mean? I don't see anything on any cameras, though. Yeah, we're fine there. You know, I got that bucket. Now that one maybe not, but you know, this one is one of those, like, you can't, there's no way to, like, get it down. So hopefully we didn't. Yeah, we're fine. So even in Tennessee, you kind of have them up in the air, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then I never noticed this before. He's got a freaking barrel out there. Of course, this is open. Yeah, so he said the boat is trashed. So the only thing we got to figure out is if this motor is worth saving or not. That's the only thing you got to figure out. And then, so I need to start this truck and let it run. And I'm gonna get out the battery chargers and throw them on the batteries in the boats. And it's cold out here. Now if I had my hat on, it wouldn't be too bad. I can deal with it a little bit, but I can't deal with it with the shoes I got. I need some boots for this. Yeah. So that's what I don't like about a lot of these. This needs, see, it needs a rain protector up there, or I forget what they call them, but see, it just goes right on the freaking seat. Just sit in here, I guess. I don't know if I like that motor or not. I'm not doing it. Alright, well, we'll get this fired up. See here, max. It's gonna be cold. I'm gonna wait a minute or two. I don't like winter, man. It's just I don't. I mean, it's fun. Like, I don't know, maybe one of these days. I'm in Tennessee. Like, once a year we can, like, if you had a snowmobile, it would be a blast. I mean, it really would. But like right now, you know, you don't even want to go out of the house. So I just been working on the website. Hey man, it's a winter wonderland out there. It really is. Got some stuff happening. Just added all the new Quest brushless trolling motors. I've got all those listed now, and those are the ones I'm going to carry is Hummingbird, Lowrance, and I mean, Motor Guide. I don't know if I put those out there yet or not. I think I did do the X5, but anyway, then, you know, I got a bunch of Ram mounts listed. People are like having a hard time figuring out where to get the A1 marine hose. So I did a deal with some people, and now I got A1 marine hose. I mean, it's, you know, U.S. Coast Guard approved A1 through 15. J1527, man, that's the hose. That's the number you're looking for. So, like, if you don't like the gray fuel line, which I understand, you know, it's supposed to be UV protected, you know, like if you really hot environments where the sun is barreling down, you know, but I don't know, they got to get something better with that, because it's like, it does kind of like, you know, it turns the inside of the fuel line, if it gets hot, you know, it kind of turns it into shrink wrap. It looks like shrink wrap that you're taking a heat gun to. So I'm sure they'll get that figured out. But I got that on there. What else, man? I got some battery chargers on board Minn Kota. And these are good ones, you know. If you got Minn Kota, it's a good battery charger. The only thing I'd say about that is, like, there's other battery chargers. For the guy that's like trying to save some pennies, man. I mean, everybody wants to charge an arm and a leg, but I understand they got cost into, you know, trying to develop it, and they got cost into selling it and everything else. So they're doing what they can do. So anyway, I guess I've got this heated up now a little bit. Whoa! So I haven't been out in a few days. I don't need to get in the shop. I could go in the shop and heat it up. Then that's going to heat up what's on the roof, and I've got a hole in the roof. Right now I have it kind of goes into a bucket. That's another thing. When it starts melting, I'm going to have to take and figure out where that hole is, so that I can patch it. I tried put some stuff up there, it didn't work. So I guess let's see what we can get done today. You know, I kind of want to put my batteries on charge, at least during the day. That way, you know, I just feel good about it, I guess. It's the only thing, like, anyway, that's how my setup is. I have a couple switches. You know, it's not right. I really want to redo this, because really you should have, that should be ground controllable switches, and I got them hot. They're actually on the hot leg. Yeah, I gotta go in and get my hat. Alright, well, I got my hat. I need to get some gloves. This is what I gotta do. You know, right now, I don't have an onboard charger. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. But if you got lithium, what you need to do is you need to plug it up first before you connect it, because if not, you'll make a spark. On these anyway. Now, if you have an onboard charger and it's already hooked up to the battery, there won't be any spark. But if, like, these, if you connect it straight to the battery with it not first plugged up, then you'll get a little spark. So this is one thing you want to be safe with lithium batteries, especially where you got gas in the gas compartment, because you don't want something like that happening. This is perfectly safe if I do it where I plug the power up first, and then I plug my connectors into, and I mean, I guess I can show you that, but if I can even plug up a, you know, if I can get some power. All right, so I got my cable over here for power, and then I just kind of set these out here, and since they're this tight, and I know, man, this is not the way to do this, but this is the way the average guy's got to do it, because, you know, he doesn't have the money to spend $400 or $500 on a battery charger, and that's really what it would take. And the other thing is about my system, I have an AGM and then I have lithium, so you almost have to have two different batteries chargers for systems for that. So on this end, you know, for my big 36 volt, I've got, you know, this type of connector, and what is this? I forget what these are called. I don't know if it says it on here. But anyway, I've got these, and then I've got two chargers that are like this, because I got these little bitty, I don't know what these are, 7 amp-hour batteries, something like that. And so what I do with those anyway is, like, I could make a connector like that, the one I just showed you. I just haven't done it. But I got these two little 7 amp-hour batteries, and I just kind of lay these somewhere just so they're not going to touch anything and spark or anything like that. And then I got, you know, my cable, and I need something to step on because, oh, I got this. Got a little step stool. I broke my other step stool, so now anyway. Now let's plug it up, and then this one plugs up real easy, you know. It's just so yeah, that one plugs up real easy. And now it's these that I kind of got to have a little stool that I have, and then we're going to come in, we're just going to plug these guys up. So if I can reach around, because it only has so much length on this cable, but you know, I'll plug in my, like I said, this is temporary, but it really doesn't bother me. When I come in, I can throw them on. Doesn't take very long. Whoops. There's the mailman. You know, my switches are off, so, you know, it is going to show red, but it's charging, which is good. And I mean, I've had them out last few years. I've had these out in cold weather, and I have had no problems whatsoever. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, we live in Tennessee. If we was up by, you know, North Dakota, or we were way up there in New York or Maine or something, you know, I could see that maybe you might really winterize your boat. Like if you had to store it somewhere outside or in a garage that wasn't heated, then, you know, I could see, like, you know, you might have to do more maintenance than we have to do up here. I mean, down here. There's my chargers. You can see the one is already charged. Now I do have one lithium that seems to, they're not the same, you know. This one's lagging a little bit, and that one is that first battery over there. That one seems to lag a little bit. I mean, it works fine. Once it's charged, it's like runs good. It's not on anything. There's no electricity going up to it. So yeah, that one's already charged. And then the one over here, I bet this one's charged. Yeah, the bottom one on the The bottom one, I can't tell if they're, yeah, see there's a red and a green light. Okay, so anyway, that's showing that that's charged. But I think I'll just leave them on there for a little bit. And as far as my AGM, man, I think that thing is good to like minus 65 degrees or something. So I don't know, it may even have like written on there, but here's a good look at it. Dual purpose deep cycle, that's what you want. You know, because it's like a starting battery. You know, works fine with the rectifiers that are on the Mercury. This is Optimax, so it's fine for the Optimaxes. If you wanted, I don't know that you could run them on you could run these on a really old system, like even an inline tower of power, because, you know, like I said, it's a dual purpose, so it's both. It's deep cycle and it's, so yeah, I don't know, that dual purpose is gonna last a little longer, because if you got any lights on stuff and they're gonna drag it down like a deep cycle would, and so if it was starting, then, you know, it ramps off real slow. It's like logarithmic, so, you know, that thing's going, and then it drops down. Whereas like a linear, it would be straight line, so you would go down a lot faster if it was a linear cycled battery. Deep cycle with that, you know, kind of curvature, then that's why it lasts longer. You know, like throughout a, say, a charge cycle or a charge or a discharge. Really, it's a discharge, right? Because you're charging the battery down. I mean, you're taking taking juice out of the battery. So this might be this week's video, because I mean, I can't work in this. I ain't gonna work until outside here until like next week. It's gonna be that before I can even get out here. It's gonna be a while. It's starting to melt though. I can see it melting off the truck right there. Yeah, it is just a mess. That's toasted here. I got the windshield cleaned off and got the batteries charged up. They charged up in like, I don't know, only a few minutes. I mean, they were probably fine, but I thought, well, I'll go ahead and throw that on there anyway, just because like once a year, you know, we get this and make sure they're good. Like I said, yeah, all the way up Tennessee, even Kentucky or whatever, probably Ohio, I don't know. Maybe not northern Ohio or northern Indiana or anything, but you could probably get away with them, you know, just being, you know, in your boat, plugged up, didn't have any issues with it. Anyway, that's what I'm up to. It's a real kind of deal anyway. You know, I thought I'd heat this up, let her just sit and run for a little bit, clean her off. Get the windshield wipers going good, cleaned off. I need a new pair of windshield wipers, to be honest with you. Like, I bought them Rain-X ones, and I thought they'd be pretty good, and they were. They lasted for a while, but then it's like, I don't know if they're that good or not. So what are you gonna do? You just try it out. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Well, I had to turn that off because it makes too much fumes. just ain't worth a crap. I got a couple other heaters going. Got that little one there, and then over here I've got works pretty good. Well, snow's melting, finally. But problem is, I want to keep this thing up in the air. Man, that's pretty nasty. Guess I get a broom and broom it off. I had a guy tell me to quit talking and get to work. Oh God, what do I got? I gotta get this broomed off. That's what I gotta do. Put it that way. So in this boat, he said it's trash. He said it's got it's got like a hole in the bottom of it. Yeah, he's just trying to figure out if the motor's worth saving or not. So, I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff on it. It's got a trolling motor. Down here I got a, this is for the tilt trim, right? It's one of these where the relay is up here, it's not on the engine. So what we want to do is test it, because we got to get it to go up and down. So then over here right now he's got it locked, okay, and I don't have a key. So he's got a key. If this was wired up correctly, it would be up and down. But you can see it's a really old switch. You can see like it's a really old switch. And so to test that circuit, what I need to do, there's my up down. Now normally this would make it hot, and we got a signal and all this stuff. You know, I could use like a key switch. I could use this hooked, keep this hooked up, and then you know, I could just power it hot from my battery. And then, but then I would have to send, this is our switch right here. So I think we just get a screwdriver and we undo these 3 lines. And then this is our signal to our motor. You know, it's got some nicks in this line, so, you know, anyway, we get a flathead and do that, because I want to get the motor down so that I can test it, see if it's got spark. So it's sitting for 4 years, so anyway, 4 years, and I mean, it's, you know, we can have to take a good look at the wiring and stuff that's on it, see what that's like. We got spark, then, you know, let's half the battle. You know, you're gonna need you know, you're gonna need a water pump in that lure, and refill it, seal it, blah blah, and then, but we don't know. He's probably a fuel pump. We're gonna have to replace a fuel pump, clean the carbs, if we have spark, and if that, you know, if our trim unit works. All right, I just brought a battery out here, and I'm gonna take these loose. So we got a green, blue, and a black. We're just gonna touch these two, so positive, negative, see if it goes up or goes down. So there's negative. I got nothing. So I think that's down. Let's see here. I don't know if it's up or down. Alright, so now what? So what is it, folks? Is it blue or green? Is that? Because I don't remember. I never do. Very corroded ends. So I think we're gonna have to clean these up. And I don't know if our trim is working or not. Because if it was, it'd be. I guess we can see if our manual relief valve is working. Well, it wouldn't be this simple, would it? There's a main release valve right here. It can't turn. Yeah, it's not going to, so we're not going to mess with it. Oh, okay, so we're almost in. That one went in. Well, it's locked. I guess we could try to put some juice in it. It's working, so let me clean off the connections and put some, you know, ATF plus 4 in, see if it does anything. But the manual release valve is locked. Now I got one plunger down and one up. See how you got one plunger is down and one up. So we'll clean off those connections and see if I can get it to do something. Alright, I got some ATF plus 4, a big screwdriver to get in here. Got a little wire brush. Got some jumpers. This is a steel brush, so that'll help it. Hopefully. The other side is pretty corroded. Was or is. So we'll brush this off real good so we get a better connection. I brought those jumpers out because, like, if I can take it to ground, like this is my ground wire. I've got this jumper that's pretty good. I mean, hopefully that makes a good connection. Then I just, you know, touch this. But I don't know. We're already locked, so I'm not worried about it. I think I can just take this out. I think it's a little low. It's not frozen. Yeah. Okay, so the green would be down. So I think we're wanting the blue. Let's see if it goes back up. That's good news. Probably needs to be refilled. Alright. Now we can go down with it. I thought that was, oh, that's right, dumbass. Okay. That's what it feels like to me, is that this needs some more juice. I'm going to be in the way. But basically I'm going to take this and put pressure against it. And then I'm going to rock it until I get it to do its thing. And if that doesn't work, I've got another one. Another, you know, one that'll fit a little better, because you want the biggest you can get. I don't know, I used to have one that was like really, you know, but I can't get you in there to do this. I would love to. Alright, so basically for my stand, it's kind of too heavy for everything now, so I'm gonna have to get a new stand. This broke on me, but I'm gonna just take got a couple different screwdrivers, and you know, I'm gonna try to get this off so I can get some fluid in it, because at the moment, like, I got it up but I can't get it down, so let's see if we can't get some more fluid in it. Alright, so this one I got it to kind of do its go up and go down stuff. And, you know, taking the first peep and look at it. And the wiring, you know, of course, there we go, wing nuts. You know, so, and then you look at the coils. They look really old. Who knows, though, you know. And then we're kind of taking a look at this, like, you know, look at all that. It's like at the least, man, you're probably looking at a new stator trigger, power packs. Look, we don't like those. I mean, but maybe we could get it to run. I don't know. But the problem is number one, it's locked up. See, it's locked tighter than, well, you know what? It's missing the front air box. Down here, then we got part of the carburetor is gone, so maybe that's what causes it to lock up. I don't know. I went ahead and brought out a spark plug wrench, because maybe I'll just go ahead and take the spark plugs out and see if I can get this loose. And yeah, I've got, oh, there it goes down. Holy cow. But we're still locked up. See, we're just locked tighter than a drum. You know, I could go get a wrench, see if I could pry it, get it loose. Seeing that part of that carburetor concerns me. It thinks something came back through, but I don't see anything like on the intake side. See, I don't really see anything like with a cracked. It may have just been sitting up really long. Maybe we can pop the spark plugs out. See, I don't see anywhere where, you know, the block is cracked or anything. Yeah, I don't really see anything like that. So let me try to do that. Now, you know, to get this to fire without a key, we just got to take I don't know, what is it, black and yellow? Find out where that is. So we got rectifier. That's loose. See, this is always good to check stuff because yeah, that's just loose. It's not good. These are tight. I don't know. You know, it's like we had somebody had this as a red would go on the ground. That's not good. See, that's our kill wire. So maybe they just, you know, but if we trace this over, it's salmon. Probably disconnect this here and see if we get some spark. First, we gotta get it freed up. Let's see if we can get it freed up. All right, this is a 35. It's kind of loose, right? This is 1.25 inches. Yeah, worky. So here's the 34, and it's pretty loose, but it's enough that I can turn it. So then I'm gonna take these spark plugs out. You know, basically I'll just get paid on a compression test, but I like to save them if I can. You know, it's got a lot of good parts, baby. You know, I mean, pretty much everything has got to be replaced. I mean, it's, you know, that starter might be okay. The solenoid, you're going to replace. The power packs, you're going to replace. So this is a V4 115. Oh yeah, that one's smashed all the way to the top. Okay. So we probably got a problem. I don't know if this will pick up for you guys or not. But that's, see, it's smashed right there. So probably if we look inside here, we're gonna find anything. It's just loosening and tightening the nut. I don't know. I'll squirt some stuff in there, but I don't have much hope. Alright, well, you win some and you lose some. So here we got a piston, and there we got a piston, right? It's piston. Here we got a piston. But here we don't have a piston. We ain't got nothing. Okay, so to end this, I got the cowling off by being able to get the motor up and down. So I got the hydraulics working, got the tilt trim, got it down, got the cowling off. Immediately I see that like the starter is locked against the flywheel. So I got that freed up, and she was just seized. So is it a ring or just rusted because it's been setting up for a long time? I don't know. Notice when I was messing with the starter, I looked down on the carburetor. It had a piece of the carburetor was broken. I mean, it was missing. So, you know, I'm like, something internal. I take the spark plugs out, see if I could get some spray in there. And that's when I first noticed the different tone in the spray. So 2 and 4 and 1, it sprayed, it sounded fine. And then on number 3, when I sprayed the WD-40, it was just like, it sounded like it went all the way to the back of the engine. So I got out just a screwdriver, and sure enough, 2, I could tap the top, and then 4 was fine, 1 was fine, and then on number 3, it like went all the way back there. So it's nothing you can do with that one. And so anyway, we got a dead engine. There's probably some good parts on it, but it's pretty much toast. You're not gonna spend all the money. I mean, you're gonna replace, like, if it was even a good powerhead, like, you could replace all the electronics on it, but you pretty much gotta, you know, do all the electronics. And so I guess that's gonna be that one for this guy. So yeah, well, I don't know, you know, I guess on to the next project, see if we can get something done.